Yeah, he was solid. I think that's the pitcher that they know they traded for. He's had two good outings with us. The results weren't the same as today, but he was mixing up his pitches and getting away with that power fastball. And that's all we can ask for him.
Talk a little bit about him. What makes him such a good player and such a good pitcher, and why he's ranked so high in I got some on prospects across the minors.
He does everything with ease. His fastball kind of jumps out there without much effort, and he's able to ramp it up when he has to. I think it's just naturally will sit low to mid 90s, and then when he wants to, he can go ahead and explode it to the high 90s. And he has good feel for a changeup at a young age, and then if that curveball's working for him, it gives him a third pitch to work with, and that was kind of what happened today.
And just talk a little bit about that bottom of the ninth, being able to string together a couple hits and eventually be able to walk it off.
Yeah, it's what we've seen from these guys all year. You know, they're resilient when it comes to pressure situations. When the time is there in the 8th, 9th inning, these guys seem to turn it up a gear and pull out at least an effort that gives you a chance to win those games. And more times than not, we pull it out, and today was no different.
You took an early, 1-0 lead there in the first. Can you kind of talk about the importance of getting an early lead and getting on top?
Yeah, it's a confidence builder. It helps the pitching staff out. And, they got a little bit of a cushion, especially when it's a young pitcher like Anderson or anybody. But yeah, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game. And that was the only run, and there was a bunch of zeros put up there after that. But yeah, it's good, always good to come out on top.
All 5 wins this week have been close games. Do you feel like your club was due for a little bit better luck in those situations, or is there an execution element that has improved this week?
Both. If you're a baseball fan, some luck will come into effect. But I'll take hard work every day, and you get the opportunities in the games when you do work hard. And these guys have been plugging away up in the cage and on the field and day in and day out, and they're seeing the results of it.
Now, you guys now are with today's win are only 3 games back Lansing for playoffs. I know you said earlier in the year playoffs isn't something that's on your mind on a daily basis, but you guys are crawling back up there. Is that something that I guess you guys do you mention it at all going into a series like this, knowing that if you win 3 or 4, you can be back in the race?
You know the answer to this one? Huh? No, I don't talk about playoffs at all with these guys at this level right now, and I'll probably keep it as just the way I am as a coach. If I move up and if I get to a high level, if you do the execution and you do the right things on the field, pitching, hitting, everything like that, the stuff works itself out. And these guys have enough things on their plate trying to worry about doing the right things day in and day out, and we'll leave it at that for right now.
Do you think the players do check the standings, though, even though you and the Padres don't necessarily set in this order?
Well, I'm sure the Padres do, and I'm sure everybody else does. I might just be the only one. But yeah, it's natural. As much as you guys look at it, they want to do well. They see that's the fun part of the game. That's the bonus that comes with playing well. And yeah, of course, I think it's just on my end. I've always been like that as a player, and now as a coach. I worry about the things I can control, and then let everything else just fall into place.
How does a wild pitch affect the pitcher's confidence, especially one that, like Bednar's in the ninth, gives the opposing team that lead?
You're gonna have to ask the pitcher that. I'm not up there thinking like the pitcher, so I have no idea really. I wasn't a pitcher when I played, so it's hard to talk about somebody's confidence. But those guys bounce back. They're good pitchers. They're professionals for a reason, and hopefully it doesn't affect them too much.
Have you discussed Chris Paddock's situation with Chris and trying to look this serious ball? I'm not sure how he's seen it.
No, since he got back, he's been great. He's jumping in with the team, but we don't see that as any different than the way he was when he was healthy. He was a good teammate, got along with everybody. You see him in there; he's rallying around everybody, wearing catcher's gear and putting funny things on to get these guys going. And that's all you can ask for. That's a professional. That's what you want on a team. And I think whatever happens with him in his future, he'll be fine.
With Jerry going up today, how does your 5-man rotation shape up? Supposed to be that game?
Thomas Dorminey's coming back to us, so he'll be added in there. Nixie will be back on Wednesday, but there's a bunch of moving parts. it's a little too soon right now to tell you exactly what the rotation will be, but I know Dormany's coming back.
One of those moving parts is probably Logan Allen. How close is he to this?
He has an inning coming up. We're not sure if it's going to be here or it's going to be back in Arizona because he's limited to only an inning right now, and it's hard for us to give up a roster spot just for somebody that's going to be rehabbing. So we'll see what happens with that.
You know, kind of going back to Friday and Saturday night, how do 2 late nights kind of affect the team going into the day game like today?
Oh, these guys, I'm sure they retired. They didn't leave till late, but that's my job to kind of get them as much rest as I can. We didn't do much today. We just hit in the cage about an hour before the game. But that's baseball. These guys have done it before, and it affects both sides. They have just as much sleep as we did, and just the best team comes out on top.
What was report time out of curiosity?
The pitchers were out there at 11:15. I think breakfast was in there at 10:30, so these guys had to be here at least between 10 and 11.
You know, kind of moving forward, this is your guys' 5th win in a row. You haven't lost in this homestand yet. Kind of moving forward, everything right now is in place to continue this. What are you guys looking at doing maybe differently or staying the same moving forward to continue this winning streak?
Probably wouldn't try to change too much if things are going good, so I'm not going to. We just prepare. I don't think about plans like that and be like, oh, okay, let's come up with a strategy, because baseball, you have to play in the moment, and things can change at any moment out there on the field, and I have to adjust accordingly. But these guys just have to be resilient like they've been, keep playing fundamental baseball, catch the ball, make the routine plays, and good things happen. As of right now, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We'll take it one day at a time.